everyone, this is your instructor Joy. Please let me know your questions so that I'll try to answer your questions my best I can. Today we're going to talk about how to improve the sound of your violin. Of course, a lot of people just go ahead and buy new violin and new strings. Of course, that will work too. But I'm talking about quick and with a minimum of investment, as little as 10-15 bucks. Pretty good, huh? So now, when well, now I'm a little better, but when I was really poor and I couldn't really afford to get new strings all the time for the performances, and then I was playing this large hole that my violin wasn't just resonating enough, and I tried my best to play loud and finding right spot, but I was having a hard time to the sound to go through, especially when it was a really low string or when I want to go really extremely high on each string. And then my husband is a bass player, and he said, you know, we bass players, we invest a lot of money in rosin, try different rosin. And another thing is that why don't you put rosin on your string? They will improve the grip of the bow significantly. So I tried, and this works really well and very, very few investments. So this is a great tip that I would like to share with you. You want to, sometimes, you know, what I'm talking about is when you play, well, I already put rosin. When you play, sometimes it takes long time, and it kind of works, you know, like that. And sometimes you just can't afford that one because you are then, it has to speak from beginning. From beginning, it has to speak, or you have to go really. So here, you have to speak really well and then resonate without waiting. Sometimes when the string is not new enough, or when the instrument is not resonating well enough, it takes a little half second and then speaks. So you want something, speaks from beginning. Like that. How do we achieve that without spending millions of dollars? So, I'm going to talk about rosins. In general, I like Hill and Sons dark rosin. Just this tend to go pretty well. However, I have also other rosins that I use. So, this is one of my great emergency rosin, which is Colston medium bass rosin. I know that's a little crazy, but it works really well. So this comes in this rubber rubber case. What I do is, whenever I want my bow to speak immediately, I just rub it straight. I don't know if the camera can catch it well. Like that, and you should be hear kind of sound. Do you hear that? And go over the bridge, because that's the part where there isn't enough rosin that it takes time for the bow to speak. Like that. And then you will see it speaks significantly better. You see? So it speaks from beginning on. So that's very important, especially when you're playing a large hole that resonates well, but it also a little blurry. So you want to have this attack so that it cuts it through. I live in Canada, so here we have long winter and very dry. So if you live in a cold area like I do, Colston is your savior. It helps a lot. Because this violin rosin, like Hills and Sons, just won't do enough. It's just too dry. It just flies off too quickly. Sometimes the Hill and Sons dark rosin isn't just enough. So it doesn't grab enough. The bow hair just doesn't grab enough on my string. So what I do is I mix Colston rosin. There's another one. Look how much rosin I have. I have all kinds of rosin. So this is also Colston, but soft bass players have different levels of soft medium and hard kind of rosin. So this is Rosin soft. So what I do is I mix with this one. So I first put this one like a couple of times when the hole is really dry and cold, and then I mix it with violin rosin, and then back and forth. You do one after the other as much as you need, and it will speak very well. And you don't have to get an expensive instrument. They will just solve right away. So it's a very quick, easy solution. The only one thing that you have to be careful is that after you're playing, after your performance, you will see lots of rosin on the string and on your violin. So you have to clean it diligently. There's also a very cheap and simple solution. You know, one of those that, you know, that you can get at a dollar store, that for dishwashing cloth, whatever, that you can scrape a little. So what I just scrape gently so that I can scrape off this sticky, soft base rosin. And then I wipe it off. Just simple fabric like a microfiber or cotton. Just clean it every time. I don't like to use those chemical cleaning products from the store because the chemical tend to take the varnish off the violin, so that's not the best way. Yeah, like that. So your violin is back to a beautiful shape, and then whenever you need sound, just don't be afraid to use, just rub your rosin on the string or mix bass, Rosin, soft or medium, whichever you need, with a violin rosin, in this case Hill and Sons Dark. You have to understand where you are. If you live a warm and humid area, then you want to maybe stay away from those, but use drier ones. There's such drier rosin. However, in general, I find dark rosin much nicer, whether it's base dark rosin, like that, or violin dark rosin. It speaks better, and it kind of produces quicker response. It picks up right away, which is quite important when you're playing. When you're in an ensemble and orchestra, might be a different thing. So when you are a little drier area like I am, and don't be afraid to go to explore with base rosin, and they can make your playing significantly better and make your work much less. I hope this was helpful. Bye.